Each conflict is not a crack. Hi, I'm Lily Phoenix. I'm the author of The Anxious Person's Guide to Non-Monogamy, and every week here I'm doing an affirmation for people in non-monogamous, polyamorous, and open relationships because we don't always get affirmed in the society that we live in. This week's affirmation for week 50, very exciting, is each conflict is not a crack. So one of the most harmful things that I thought when I started off in relationships was that every single time I had a conflict with my partner, that this was like a crack in our relationship, right? And over time, if we kept having conflicts, it would just crack our relationship until it would break. Conflict is pretty much inevitable in any kind of relationship. And actually, my therapist pointed out to me that I was in a lot of online communities where I was really frustrated by their inability to handle conflict. I felt like in those online communities that when we had disagreements and when we had conflict, it actually brought us a little bit closer together because we understood each other a little bit more. And I was always really frustrated with the way conflicts were like quickly squashed or discouraged in those communities. And when my therapist pointed this out to me and she was like, hey, did you ever notice that like in communities you're really unhappy when there's not a lot of conflict allowed? And then in your own relationship, you think that if there's any conflict, it represents like the end of the world? And I was like, oh, yeah. I love those moments in therapy. So I'm kind of passing that on to you so that you can understand that a little bit better. Like, conflict is really stressful and it doesn't feel great and it's not fun to have. And obviously, like, you don't want to be having constant conflict to the point where you don't have any benefits or anything happy in your relationship. But having conflicts in and of themselves is not necessarily a bad sign. Like, it's not like every single conflict you have is some sort of crack and eventually it's going to burst and the whole relationship is going to explode in your face. So yeah, this week's affirmation is every conflict is not a crack. I hope it helps and good luck.